And welcome back to another episode of Cats Cut Podcast. You're here with your hosts, Christian and Cody. Blake is a possibility today.
Possibility.
But we're back here today. We had a great weekend of football. Even though the
Well,
Cats didn't play,
college football. We're not going to
a
talk
lot of
about.
great games across the board.
That's true. We're not going to talk about the other side of the football.
Okay, we there was some good games in the NFL and there's some good games in college football. But some really great games. A lot of upsets.
One of the wildest weeks in college football I've ever been a part of or
And
experienced.
I'm glad we weren't a part of it, like it was one of them weeks just like we saw Vandy beat Alabama, Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Yep.
Who was the other one? Louisville got beat by SMU.
There was another one too. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
There was a couple. Miami almost lost. They should have
Miami
lost.
Yeah, but Cam
Missouri
dog.
lost.
Big time.
Michigan lost.
Washington got
their revenge on Michigan. USC, I think they lost, didn't they? Was it USC that lost? That was behind Michigan at number 11? Was it?
I mean, a lot of top 25 teams lost. It was crazy. But like the ones that really stood out, I mean, the Vandy. Nobody expected Vandy to even be in the ball game with Alabama.
No.
Like,
what was funny is that you know who they got after us, right? At home.
Who they got?
They've got Texas at home after us.
That's crazy.
And a Texas player tweeted today. He was like, "Man, I really want to experience fans rushing the field, getting all excited." And then somebody from Vandy was like, "We'll see you next week."
That's funny. So,
wild week of college football. Very wild week of college football.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, like the Vandy game, it was nuts because I mean, in the first half they go up like 13-0, and they go into half up, and you're kind of like, okay, this is kind of where Bama just kind of comes back and really just shows they're Alabama, and then, bro, it's they didn't let up.
They did. That Vandy team, I mean, they played good against Missouri. I don't know if you watched the Missouri game, but they played Missouri till the last second, basically. And everybody's like, man, is Missouri just like, what the heck's happened to Missouri? Like, they're supposed to be one of the best teams in the country. What in the world's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Vandy goes up there, almost beats them, probably should have beat them. And then, Missouri, they get spanked by A&M, which everybody's like, A&M, I figured they would have lost. A&M's a good football team. Nobody realizes how good A&M actually is, how good they actually are. But
yeah,
and Missouri, they're not bad either. I ain't saying that they're terrible, but I think everybody hopped them up a little too much. But
yeah, I mean, A&M's kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're still trying to work out everything because, like, I mean, in reality, they lost their whole team when they fired Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to pretty much restart everything. But
now, question, I'm just talking about A&M. This is way off topic, but would they be doing this with Stoops? The success that they're having now, what do you think?
That I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
But we don't need to focus on that because he's our head coach, and that doesn't matter now. So,
yeah, let's change. I mean, football has just been nuts the last 2 weeks.
Absolutely insane. But
yeah, a lot of crazy games.
But big matchup Saturday. Bigger matchup than we thought it was going to be.
For sure.
I would say that this game has that almost the same hype as South Carolina. This game may define the rest of the season for us, depending on how we decide to play Saturday. So, and also, I just want to say this before we start talking about it. Blackout, it's not game. Are they going to wear their black uniforms with chrome domes, or are they going to do it with the black helmets if they do go black? What would you like to see What would you like to see? Would you like to see the all
Ah,
black with chrome or the all black with the cat on the side, the all black helmet?
dry bush. Um, um, I think. I mean, I like the. We've not sold the black uniforms this year yet. Um, I
Or are
don't
they going to
know.
save that for like Louisville?
No, I think they'll do. They need to bring out the black helmet. They've not done it much. They need to do it.
We've
Do a
only done
full
it one
blackout.
time. We did that against Louisville 2 years ago. Last time we wore black. It's the only time we've wore the black helmet.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't even a blackout. It was just like with the blue uniforms. It kind of looked a
Yeah,
little
well, we didn't
weird.
have black uniforms yet.
I
That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
all blue with chromes. I
I,
like
I
that.
I like the all blue with the chrome helmet. I do. That is one of my favorites. I do. But and there's
See,
something about the all black that
but
is
you know,
just
Vandy could honestly they could ruin that too because they have black in their
they've got black,
colors.
but they could wear
So
the gold
gold.
helmet and all white. But
I
I don't see the blackout happening. I would like it just because of the how big I think the game will be.
I
But
mean, Bush had a good point. He said Auburn. I could see that happening
yeah,
against Auburn instead of them.
yeah.
Um, if they don't go the all black unis, I'm hoping they go Chrome Dome. I wouldn't mind seeing the gray unis back.
I wish
I
they
like
would. I
those
wish
gray
they would
unis.
wear the chrome helmet with the gray uniforms. I wish. I mean, I like the regular blue helmet.
Yeah,
I'd rather
or
the
like
chrome
a
helmet.
chrome blue helmet. That would look
Yeah,
sick.
that would look
That
cool.
look insane.
I like the all blue with the chromes. I feel like that's probably what they'll end up wearing. But
Yeah, but we got we got a good game. I mean, really wasn't expecting it to be a crazy game, but I mean, we've always just kind of looked at them and was like, "That's Vandy," you know, it's just typical Vandy. And
yeah,
then now it's like it's Vandy.
yeah,
Like
they
you
just
got to actually look at them like a competent SEC team now.
which they beat us last time we played at home.
Yeah,
They beat us last time, so I don't
yeah,
know. Who knew that Vandy would upset #1 Alabama, and now they're coming to Kroger, and
yeah,
could be a huge game for the Cats, especially if they win.
yeah.
Could define the rest of the season, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Could be like what we were talking about against South Carolina. If we beat South Carolina, that could be a good rest of the year. But I think everybody lost. I think everybody kind of lost hope after the South Carolina game. But I've kind of come back to that a little bit after playing so well with Georgia, beating Ohio the way we did, and then especially knocking out the Ole Miss Turd Rebels. I mean, just love to beat. That was such a great win. Probably the best win Mark Stoops has ever had. We already talked about that though because of last episode. So
Yeah. But yeah, offensively, we've, you know, I was looking at the stats. I made a cool little spreadsheet and went through all the stats, put the ranking. And a lot of these stats are from teamranking.com. So
mhm.
shout out to them for having like the ranks on each of these. But like Vandy, they score 33.3 points per game. That's 29th in the nation. Yards per game is 373.3, which is 72 in the nation. Third down conversion is 47.3%, and that's 22nd in the nation. Fourth down is 75%, 12th in the nation. Red zone scoring is 94.44%, and that's 24th in the nation.
Goodness,
So
wow,
they've got a good offense. Like the
dude.
run play percentage is 63.7, which is eighth in the nation. They average 3.5 yards per carry though,
Man,
and they
and
rush about
yeah,
43 times a game.
as I say, it looks like they run more than they do anything.
Yeah, and they average
Which
about 150 a game.
what's one good thing that we're good at on defense?
That's what I was getting ready to get at here in a second. But
Yeah,
yeah, like their offense, they
we're
put up the
good.
yards and they put up the points. The passing, they have a 64% offensive passing completion rate,
Mm,
9.6 yards per pass. Passing yards per game is 222.5.
man,
So I mean they're really explosive statistically.
it's shocking that you're telling me that that's Vanderbilt. I'm still,
Yeah. But
but
you also got to think like a lot of these games they've played.
see,
What's
didn't
his?
they? Huh?
Jensen says make Vandy best
Oh,
you through the
100%,
air. Yeah, for sure,
100%.
for
Now I
sure.
don't know if Maxwell is going to be back. I haven't heard nothing on Maxwell
Yeah,
yet, which I'm not seeing the depth chart for this week unless it's out. I'm not seeing it, but
yeah. I've not
um,
really saw
which
it
I think
either.
I still think you're okay. I mean, your secondary did completely fine, besides letting a couple big plays go on in that first touchdown, really. But um, I think your secondary did really well without Max. Would Max be a huge help? 100%, but
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can handle. I think if you can get pressure well enough.
Well,
Hey, we
okay.
got.
So
Sorry, go
on
ahead.
these games, I just looked back to their schedule. So they had Virginia Tech 34-27, Alcorn State 55-0, Georgia State was 36-32. They lost that one. Missouri was 30-27, and Alabama 40-35. So they've been putting up the points this year.
Yeah, they're
And
very. This is impressive. Clark Lee has done such a good job this year for them. Um,
mm-hmm,
it's him coming from Notre Dame. What was he? The defensive coordinator at Notre Dame. I'm pretty sure. I think he was.
yeah,
He's the defense coordinator. Uh, he's done offensively. He's done a good job. I mean, the past couple of years, he's had a decent team. He just can't get over the hump. But
yeah,
he's getting over the hump. So, but I like what Bush said too. If you go at him the first play, get him out,
mm-hmm,
get the first drive, hit him hard. I think if you can get enough pressure on the quarterback, I think you can get enough pressure on Diego Pavia.
mm-hmm,
I don't see how you don't win the game by 2 touchdowns, especially if your offense is a little bit more explosive than they were against Ole Miss.
yeah,
But you're also not playing the Ole Miss defense. Vandy's defense isn't Ole Miss.
mm-mm, not at
So
all.
if your offense is playing like you did against Georgia and Ole Miss,
Yeah,
if you're throwing the ball very well and running the ball at least in between 5 and 10 yards every play,
mm-hmm,
how you don't beat Vandy by 2 touchdowns? Now is it going to be a difficult game? Am I going to say we're not going to blow them out? It's going to be a tough game because somehow our offense decides to try to figure out everything in the middle of the game and all this stuff. But I think it will be a good game. And Christian, I just want to say, just love the hat, dude. Really
they're
love
yeah,
the hat.
they're amazing. State
I love
line.
that. Love the hat.
Yeah,
Shout out State Line, man. You
yeah.
guys are the best. Just wanted to get that out there. But um,
And but going back to offenses, Kentucky's offense, I'm going to give you those stats real quick. So through the 5 weeks that they played, Kentucky's points per game is 22 points, which is 91st in the nation. Yards per game is 321.6. It's the 100th in the nation. Uh, third down conversion is 40.6, which is 60th in the nation. Fourth down conversion is 57.1, which is 56th in the nation. Red zone scoring is 93.75, which that includes field goals as well. So,
a lot of field
yards,
goals.
yeah. Rush play percentage is 60.4, which is 23rd. Yards per carry is 3.7. So, which, I mean, that also factors in sacks as well because they always deduct
Mm-hmm.
yards from the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about that when we were going through the Vandy, and I just thought about that too. But rushes per game, we have 40 on average. Rushing yards, 51 or 151.2. Pass play percentage is 39.5. Completion percentage is 58.5, which is 91st in the nation. Yards per pass is 7.2, and there's 23 passes a game.
There
And
needs to be more passes. There's
oh,
got to be.
listen at this. So the QB sack percentage is
Mm-hmm.
11.3, which is 121st in the nation. That's extremely high, dude.
Oh gosh.
But our field goal,
But
we've not missed a field goal this year, so that's good.
that's also true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex is the best dude.
yeah, we're ranked
It's
number
the best.
one.
We don't usually have a good field goal kicker. I know
Yeah, it's
some of you
kind of
guys watching have always watched Kentucky football. We've not had a really good field goal kicker. And he can kick it far too. Is the thing, he can kick it from 55, and I mean, obviously
yeah.
we've seen him do it. So, unlike Ole Miss's kicker, but um, that's not the point. So, I think we gotta have more passes. I know we love to run the ball, but you know we're very
But
successful
I
running
think
the
what's
ball.
killing those stats is early on.
Yeah.
Just like not being able to really get it going against like Bama or not Bama, sorry, Georgia and South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Like those two games really killed those stats for sure.
100%. Which I'll just go ahead and start talking about the team a little bit more. Uh, you look like your team looks like you're getting into a more of a rhythm. Quicker getting into a rhythm quicker. I felt like the first two games, especially the South Carolina game, we just couldn't get into one whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
We ran the ball really well. There at the first drive against South Carolina, just could not get the throwing, passing, and blocking wasn't there. But I mean, we seen a lot of it from the Georgia game and the Ole Miss game. Your offensive line did a fantastic job, and we had Jagger back for the Ole Miss game. He did a really good job. I've seen a lot of better stuff from him.
Mm-hmm.
Brock, he looked really solid. All of our wide receivers looked really good, but I didn't see a lot of Anthony Brown. I didn't see a lot of him. Seen a lot of Will Ferrier, or a good amount of Ferrier, but I mean, Dane Key and Barryon were the two studs of the game. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our offense is, kind of catching on just a little bit. I think the Vandy game is going to help that, uh, in a way. I think they're gonna. I feel like hopefully is what I'm thinking. I think we can maybe take some more shots down the field, see what happens. Maybe pass a little bit more with Gavin to confuse the defense. That was one thing
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little aggravated with, is why were we not passing it with Gavin?
Yeah.
To
Throw off the
confuse.
defense.
Exactly. But our offense, but putting Gavin in, that's what we talked about in the beginning of the year. We
Mm-hmm.
had talked about using Gavin to run trick plays and all that stuff, and they used Gavin a lot, and he did a very good job. So, you
Yeah, for
know,
sure.
very good job.
Yeah. And so to go over defensive stats, are you ready for
Mm,
these?
I'm ready.
So Vandy, opponents' points per game. So this is how many they're allowing per
Mm-hmm.
game. So they are allowing 32 points per game, which is 99th in the nation. Yards is 414, which is 93rd in the nation. Third down is 47.27, which is 112th in the nation. 50% on fourth down. Red zone scoring is 87.5, which is 71st in the nation. So, and going over these, looking over these stats, it looks like a lot of teams are going more pass heavy on Vandy as well. Because they, snap count looks like it's about 57.9% of the time they're going pass. The 46.2 is
Mm-hmm.
like, is what run is. They're allowing 4.3 yards per carry, 8.3 yards per pass, 133 yards on the ground. Nerds versus rednecks is what Dylan
Sorry,
said. That's
sorry.
funny.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's funny. Um, but they're allowing about 282 yards on through the air per game. That's
Their
a lot.
defense,
414 yards. That's crazy.
yeah, their defense doesn't look like spectacular. It's their offense that is giving them. I mean, their defense plays consistent enough to keep
Yeah.
them in the game. It's not like their defense is winning them the game, and obviously their offense is. So, um,
Yeah, it looks like they're having about a takeaway a game though.
yeah, and that's one thing for some. I feel like we're gonna have trouble. I hope we don't have trouble on that. We're just
So in penalties here, I got those stats too.
Okay, it's got
Um,
everything.
yeah, I've got everything, dude. So Judson said, so that means Kentucky will only have 220 yards against them. Yeah, that's what it's sounding like. So opposing penalties per game, like opposing team penalties, like how many they're like forcing. There's 5 per game. It looks like 46.5 penalty yards per game on their defense. So about 40, or maybe I'm not sure how to read that actually.
What was that? That was Vandy's, right?
Yeah, that was Vandy's.
What's Kentucky like penalties? I want to see. I want to hear that if you've got it.
So
I'm assuming you do.
penalty yards. So offensively, penalty yards. It looks like they have about 41 per game average.
Okay.
So that's going through every
Yeah.
game and adding them all together.
Yeah.
Defense, it looks like it's about 53.6 defense.
Now that's one thing that we've also got better at. There's not been a lot of holding penalties.
Yeah, there was some early on
There was,
too.
but I feel like okay, so the past couple of games, like especially the Ole Miss game, I felt like we started slow and then started playing. Like that's the kind of team that I want to be. I want to be the team that like Georgia. I want to be a team that that you stay in the game with them for the first half and then you just blow them out of the water the second half. Like you become a completely different team.
Yeah,
And nobody recognizes in the second half.
for sure.
Would love to be a team like that, which we can. We 100% can be a team like that. We just have got to. We've got to score points, but not field goals. We've got to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to beat SEC teams kicking field goals. Like if Andy was kicking field goals online against Alabama, Alabama would have won 40 something to whatever.
Yeah.
They were scoring touchdowns and getting into the end zone. So,
so are you ready for these Kentucky defensive stats?
let's hear it.
This is where Kentucky, it's like, I knew we were good, but like I didn't realize they were this good. So Kentucky allowing these stats, this is what they allow on defense. An average of 13.4 points per game, which is 10th in the nation. Yards per game is 244.2, which is 5th in the nation. Third downs is 30%, which is 15th. Fourth down conversions, which is 95th in the nation, it's 66.7.
The third down one is because I thought we were a little bit worse than that on third down. I feel like I feel like our defense really struggles on third down.
Yeah,
Obviously the fourth down we let Ole Miss. We let them have what we let them have. What one? I think was it 1 or 2? Was it
2?
2? Yes,
2.
Yeah, I mean, which we get a fourth down conversion?
We
2?
did. Yeah, the big pass to Marion.
Oh, we had 2. Sorry, we had 2 fourth down conversions. We had one on that first drive.
Yeah, that's right.
Demi had a run outside 4th and 1 and got it.
Yep. And then also red zone scoring, like allowing them to score in the red zone, is 69.2, which is 10th in the nation.
Man, our defense, daggum, dude.
Yep.
I mean, I knew our defense was good. I mean, it's not like it's shocking to me, but like hearing those for the first time, you're like, wow.
Yeah, and then run stopping. They're only allowing 2.8 yards per carry, 78 yards a game rushing, which is 8th in the nation yards, like rushing yards per game, or 2.8 yards per carry, which is 9th in the nation.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, let's see, opponent passing yards per game is 166. Interceptions thrown percentage is 3.85%. That's 26th in the nation. Sack percentage is 8.77, which is 15th in the nation.
That's one thing we got to get a little bit better at. And honestly, I mean, JJ's been doing a very good job. I feel like he's got a little bit quicker. I've noticed that he's got a little bit quicker outside the edge. Octavius is having a fantastic season right now.
He's been a dog.
For someone that we've not really talked about because we've been talking about Dion and Keyshawn, man, he has stepped up and he's been a huge factor on that defensive line. So Keyshawn's not really lived up to what I thought he would be doing, but I feel like he's
But we
more
got
of
a good rotation up
we do.
front.
We've got a great rotation up front.
So
Obviously Dion's dogging every offensive lineman he comes in contact with, and
yeah,
can't nobody block
he's
him.
insane.
I watched it. I think I talked about this last episode. Like it blew my mind how I watched him put a hand on a guy, a guard, and just move him, and then the tackle seen him coming, so he just put both hands on him and went,
Yeah,
like, get out of my way.
yeah.
Like that is just that's one man that I don't know. I don't if I was like Vandy's offensive line, I'd just let him go. I wouldn't want to block him.
Yeah, he's been crazy good. Um, it's awesome, because you've potentially got a top 15 draft pick on that defensive line right now.
It's insane.
Yeah, and he's been crazy good.
Yeah, love it.
So Cody, before we transition into more of basketball, what do you think? What do you think in score prediction wise?
Haven't thought about this yet.
Cody, you're always a big score prediction guy.
I know. I haven't thought about it. Give me. Let me do the math in my head. Give me Cats. Let's go 34. 14 Cats.
I'm going to say 30-17 Kentucky.
Close.
Yep.
I feel like your defense is going to play one of the best games that they've been. I feel like Vandy's going to come. They're going to be high. I'll be like, man, we could beat anybody in the country, man. We do anything we want. They're in for a rude awakening.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
At the grocery store, man. They're in for a rude awakening.
I think Vandy scores early.
Okay.
And they might, if they get the ball first, I think they take first lead.
Okay.
And then Kentucky marches back down, starts going at it, and ties it back up. And then from then on out, it's Kentucky's ball game. And I think they get a late touchdown and then a field goal somewhere in there.
I'll say this. I'm gonna say that I'll put this on a reel or something just so I can remember. But I think they'll score on a long third down conversion. They'll score on a big long third down conversion.
Okay.
Jansen said 31-23 Kentucky. Vandy covers. I don't think Vandy will cover.
Getting confident there. I mean, if we can get the same defense that showed up against Georgia
and Ole Miss, we can't let big plays go on. We can't let big plays happen. But
yeah. That's what kills us every time. Like when that one, they threw it and Christian Story just stared at the tight end. It was like a massive game for them. I think it was on fourth down.
It was 4th and 11 because they had got a 3rd and 11 and the ball hit the ground and they had to go for a 4th down. And Christian Story looked up and was like, "Oh, where's the ball?"
He kind of like watching the tight end make a play.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what's going on? Like, push him or something. I don't know. Make a play. It's like, I know it'd probably be pass interference or something, but
yeah, can't let big plays like that up. Even though our defense is elite, so
yeah,
just gotta quit that. But,
yeah.
This man,
Jansen said he was watching Sports Center in real life. Okay, Bush. Alrighty.
I can't say nothing, dude. My team's terrible, too.
Yeah, but you were supposed to be terrible this year, Cody.
Well,
Panthers are supposed to be garbage.
You are true.
We were supposed to be contending.
That is true.
Okay, we were. Sorry, I know this is a Kentucky podcast, but I got to say this. This is the worst year of being a Browns fan.
Wow. Is it just because of the expectations? Is it why it's making it so bad?
And that poop dollar quarterback we got back there. He makes it just 100 times worse. And it just, I don't want to talk about
something happened. Bush, you quit the NFL. I wish I could quit the NFL, but there he is back. Never mind.
Yep.
Christian with 2 eyes is back.
2 eyes?
He's got 3 eyes, sorry.
Yeah.
Christian with 3 eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he changed it.
There we fixed it. But yeah. So, speaking of this football game, though, before we go into basketball, it kind of segues into basketball. I don't know if you realize this or not.
I didn't know
but
what you're about to talk about. As soon as you said that, I
there's
already
a
know.
certain man that's going to be there on the sidelines, what he said, helping Mark Stoops. And it's old boy Rick Pitino.
Dude, when's the last time Rick Pitino has stepped foot in like the
state
area,
of Kentucky?
That and like the area that Kroger Field and all the Rupp and everything have.
I guarantee he's already been back at Kentucky once since Pope's been back.
Oh, 100%. Probably
and they've
multiple
just not
times.
said anything.
Probably multiple times. It's untold how many times he's been back with Pope. But
well, he's probably been to like Keeneland and stuff.
Probably. Will he wear blue? Is he gonna rock? Is he gonna rock it?
Bro, listen. We already know there's. Well, we'll get to that here in a minute. But if he comes in wearing blue, bro, if St. John's don't say something to him, like them fans are gonna be like mad. They're gonna be so mad.
I have a buddy that goes to St. John's that is in love. They're in love with Pitino. That because like this year they've got a shot at winning the Big East if they can play with UConn. Mm-hmm. UConn's the only. I think them two were the best in the Big East. Besides maybe what's that?
That's crazy.
He's been at the Club 15 event, I believe.
That's insane.
Really? Wow. Hey, shout out Club 15 though. I'll shout them out while we're talking about that though. Shout out to them.
Oh, before we go any further.
Oh yes, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we gotta mention the greatest and the most illustrious business in all of the world. And whether you are looking for a vehicle to rent or are on a insurance claim or planning your next vacation, Cumberland Auto Rentals is here to help you. They are proudly serving the areas of Ewing, Pennington Gap, and Harlan, Kentucky. You can reach them on Facebook or call at 276-861-2710. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday from 8 to 4. Yes, sir. Go check them out. If you need a vehicle. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on 1 second. What's your favorite color? Christian.
What?
I
wasn't ready for it, Cody. I was looking on the Instagram checking to see how many people we got watching on there. You were off and I wasn't paying attention, okay?
I try to do cool and neat things and stuff that would maybe make
you
people
gotta
laugh.
Let me know when you go.
Well, that's the whole
I'm tired
point.
of this, Cody. You gotta let me know.
That's too dang bad.
I don't listen here, buddy. You show up 2 seconds before the show starts.
I can't help
think
that
you can call the shot?
A beautiful and delicious medium rare steak that I cut myself. I can't help it. I had to eat it. It had to be made. Thank you, Bush. See, Bush has got my back. He's got me.
I wasn't ready for it, Cody.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it again?
Let's do it again.
Is it? I can't remember how he says it. Is it like, "What's my favorite color, baby"? Is that what it is? Is that how he screams it? I can't never really understand what he's.
It's blue and white.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Yeah,
that's all I needed.
That's how it goes.
That's all I needed.
Christian. Bro, I was out here doing stuff, out here trying to grow the brand, and Cody had his mic muted, and then he comes back in, and then I'm not ready. He starts talking, and then I start going.
My bad. Okay.
So I don't want to hear this kick Christian. It's always kick me, buddy. How about we kick?
How about we not kick Cody?
How about we kick him?
How about we kick Blake for not being on here? Hey, man, where's Blake?
He's staying us up. I think we should call him.
You want to call him?
Yeah, I think we should. We might do that. We might dial them in here in a minute.
We might dial him.
But yeah.
Going into basketball, Christian.
I was going to go back to the Rick Pitino stuff.
We did go back to the Rick Pitino.
Let's go back.
And cut to the basketball thing. How about
that?
No politics.
Oh.
You owe me a soda.
I don't owe you crap.
A soda. It's pop. Pop.
Rick Pitino.
Rick Pitino.
That's kind. It's so funny. Could you imagine a year ago saying Rick Pitino is going to be at a Kentucky football game?
What's so funny is it's so random. Like it's like, why would he be at the Vanderbilt game? Why wouldn't he come to, like, I would assume he would be at the Louisville game or something, but I mean, that's fine. Yeah. Bush said, call Blake and just say, I'll do it in 4 weeks.
No, wait.
You gonna do it now?
You can do it. My bad. I got like 2% on my phone. It'll die.
You want me to do it?
Do it. Let's call him live. But so while you're doing that, I'll still talk about Rick Pitino. It's insane because, you know, like the beef between him and Cal for so long, and now we're getting him to come back because Kentucky hired his boy Pope, and it's just funny how the fan bases looked, like the outward look on Rick Pitino has changed drastically over the last year. Probably not even a year. It's probably like the last 8 months. How everything's looked totally different. How the whole fan base looks at him.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's just so random. If he says red or orange, we'll kick him. And it's fine.
Oh, yeah, he's done. He's canceled.
Oh, here, I'll call him and see if he answers.
Yeah, you got him dialing.
Hey, Siri, call Blake.
Let's hear that ring.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah, we can hear it.
He may not answer. Trade up. No, Blake, come on, man.
Cody,
ladies and gentlemen, he's not going to answer. Wow.
Call Billy Green. Let's see what
about Justin? What's Justin up to right now? Is he
give him a call. Let's call.
You want me to call him?
We're live on Cat's Cut. Hey, people that are watching and listening, let us know. Should we bring the call line back? Should we bring that back? Would you guys actually use it this time? Oh, Bush said, I'm done with basketball, Blake.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
I am too. I'm about had it. Can't even answer the phone for one of his friends. So can't even believe it.
Are you calling Justin?
No, I don't want to bother him. He'll get mad at me.
Call him. No, he won't.
I don't even know if I got hit. I do have his number.
We're in a group chat.
How'd you call him?
My phone's on like 1%.
Mine's at 5.
That's more than one, Cody. I know math.
How about we just do this? How about how you like this right here? How you like this? It's not gonna do it. Hold on.
What is it?
I was calling the Cat's Cut.
Oh yeah, that number is no longer in service as of right now. So we'll have to bring it back.
I'll call Justin real quick. So am I literally just asking him what's his favorite color and then hanging up if he says it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a score prediction.
Okay.
It's just Justin. Let's see. Nobody likes you, Cody.
Nobody likes me. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, you're live with Cat's Cut. How are you doing today?
I figured it was for Cat's Cut. What's going on?
Hey, man. Justin, it's great to hear from you, man. Hey, can I get a score prediction for the Kentucky and Vanderbilt game, please?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Kentucky, I'm going to give Kentucky 31, Vanderbilt 14.
Wow, you said 3 points off from what I said.
Yeah, you're 4 off mine.
Hey, if I'm close to you, I know I'm going to be in good shape. So,
well, Justin, we appreciate you for actually answering the phone. You know, Blake Ramey didn't want to answer. We appreciate you. Oh yeah, I got another question for you. What's your favorite color, baby?
Blue.
And
just blue? Just blue.
Big blue.
No, we got Kentucky ain't just blue, Justin. What else we got?
Is it? Hey.
You're supposed to say what? Hello?
He hung up.
He hung up.
Oh, man.
Man, we gotta get our group involved with these chants, man. What are we doing,
Hey,
Bishop?
Bush has a good thing or a good idea. Prank calls with cats cut. I like it. We might introduce that next week for sure. If if Kentucky wins, or so we'll do some.
If I get the score prediction right, we'll do prank calls with cats cut. What about that? If my prediction is on the money,
if any of our predictions are on the money,
if anybody's prediction is on the money, we'll do prank calls with cats cut next week.
yeah.
And no, we're not allowed to call politicians or anything like that. So, no, Bush, why not?
No, please, no.
No, what?
Well,
no prank calls. I thought that was your idea.
well, just do
No,
it.
no,
He say do it anyways.
No.
But going back to the Kentucky basketball team, I mean, the Big Blue Madness is this Friday. Because wait, sorry, I was reading Bush's comment. He says because you won't get it right. Oh,
hey,
you're
might
close.
have been close every single time. I've been within 3 points.
Close
time.
but no cigar, buddy.
So I'm just saying, if I get it right this time, what was mine? 34-14.
Mama's
Prank
30,
calls
17.
with cats cut. Justin's was 31. 31
14.
to 14. Yeah, 31-14. So we're all right there in the same area. So somebody may get it right. Who knows?
Yeah. And but like moving forward, like Big Blue Madness is this Friday. If you're listening to this on the radio, it's past.
Yeah.
So you've probably already saw the videos. But like it's this Friday. They just had Kentucky Pro Day. From some of the videos I watched, Andrew Carr and Travis Perry, they don't miss. They're dead eye shooters, bro.
That whole team was shooting good, dude.
No, like just like I saw a clip of just them, like just specifically just them, and like they didn't miss. And it was like a 4-minute video, bro.
Like I watched a lot of highlights of it. Like you said, they were shooting the lights out. Which the whole team was shooting good. Defensively was doing really good. Brandon Garrison, for one, was wow. For him to be as big as he is and the length and everything,
very versatile.
He is very versatile. He can guard outside on the 3-point line if need be. Very, very good. Going to be a good player to come off the bench for Kentucky, 100%. Kirk Krissa, he's going to be a heck of a defensive player for us too. That bench is going to be, I feel like, a very good defense unit. Yes. Stout.
It's going to be a unit.
It's going to be a Kentucky football kind of defense with what we'll be doing.
No rushing yards allowed.
No rushing yards whatsoever. And hopefully no penalties. Team looked really good. Shooting wise, the way they communicate, everything like that, the way Mark Pope is running everything. I'm excited for basketball. Obviously, we're going to see a lot more from Big Blue Madness, BBM.
Yep.
So
it's going to be great.
It's an exciting time to be a Kentucky fan in general for football.
But they've been saying like there's going to be a special guest, and they've not announced it yet. But like everybody's kind of known it's going to be Rick Pitino. And like him coming to the Vandy game Saturday just kind of confirms
makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So I mean,
or who knows? It could be somebody else. Could be Cats Cut. No show. Cats Cut podcast. Nobody cheers. It's just who are these guys?
Start throwing tomatoes
at ourselves.
But they've been like hopping up like it's like this huge secret. And Bush said Kendrick Lamar is the special guest. That'd be so funny because Cal was so close to
Drake.
Like if they were wanting to take a shot at
Kendrick
Cal,
Lamar
that
would be the perfect one. Could see Tracy McGrady. He's talked about he would have been at Kentucky if he would have went to college. Rick said in a tweet he's flying in Saturday unless he lied. He could be lying. Rick was good at that. He's good at that, Bush. He's good.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be Rick Pitino. I think it kind of makes a lot of sense. But
the connections.
He could actually be telling the truth for once.
I really think Patino's going to be back in some form or fashion at Kentucky. I don't know how.
I think if we're doing well enough, I think Pope would 100% let him come in and coach or be involved
Yeah.
in some manner. But I don't know.
Because he's still got it, like, no doubt. Like, the way he's adapted to the game over the course, like, of his coaching career, like, the way he's adapted to everything. But I think I've not been this excited for basketball in a minute. You know, like, last year's team, that was pretty exciting, but, like, it's like a different excitement. Like, because you're having a new coach, and
it's 15-second flight. I wonder how far a flight is from like Brooklyn area to here.
Say a few hours.
Private jet though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Private jet. But you know, it's gonna be exciting. I mean, you've got a lot of great, like as of last year, great defensive players, great offensive players. But Jake did send me a cool stat. Just going off collective stats from everybody that played last year. That's like on the team this year, like from their stats last year.
Mm-hmm.
We're statistically have the lowest points per game in the SEC.
Do what now?
Like across the board, like with everybody, we have like the lowest. That's what he said. I don't know how true it is.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, we had a few guys that were like didn't really get a lot of minutes.
That's true.
But we also have Jackson Robinson now, and he was averaging like 20 last year, wasn't he?
I think so.
I might be wrong on that. Hold up. I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
That just don't. That don't seem right.
That don't. Yeah. He said that to me, and I was kind of like, yeah. He averaged about 14.2. So, I don't know.
Oh, can I get? I'm getting a phone call. You ready? Watch this.
Okay.
Hey, Jake, you're live with Cat's Cut. How you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good, man.
You're cutting out a little bit. Are you driving, Jake?
Yeah.
You drive? Okay, I think he said he was driving. Well, Jake, if you can hear me, can I get a score prediction for the Kentucky Vanderbilt game?
Kentucky Vanderbilt. You know what's going to happen. Obviously, it's the ensuing victory of them beating Bama 3 days ago. Anything's possible. They could absolutely just steamroll us and absolutely destroy us off of that emotional win, or they could think, oh, our season's over. We don't have to ever play another football game, and we absolutely take advantage of that. But every team in the SEC has had a bad game and a good game so far.
Mm-hmm.
Vandy has had their good game, and so have we. Vandy beating Bama and Kentucky beating Ole Miss. But I'm telling you, is it at Kroger or is it at the factory where they're still trying to get the scoreboard up?
It's at Kroger.
It's at Kroger.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we do have a better chance with the home field advantage. I think where we had the bye week, that gives us another advantage. So I'm going to go Cats. I would venture to say 21-10. I'd say 21-10. Our defense is still up top. But I was going through some stats this morning. We are currently last in the SEC in points per game.
That's what he was talking about, no basketball.
Christian could probably correct me on that.
No, you're completely right, dude. We were just talking about that.
I misspoke.
Yeah,
I thought he was talking about basketball.
We're dead last in points per game. I haven't got to defense yet, but our rushing attack is the strength of the offense so far this year. But the pass game's got to get better, as in more consistent. Obviously, we had a ton of yards against Ole Miss, but the pass game has got to be consistently better. Barryon Brown's got to have that step-up game. Dane Key had that against Ole Miss, but Barryon Brown has got to do the same exact thing. And if they both have a pretty solid game, I think we can easily score 21. And assuming our defense plays the way it has been, that should be enough to win the game.
100% agree with you. No, I 100%. You took the words right out of my mouth. Like that's what I was telling Christian earlier. Like our passing attack has got to be a lot stronger against Vanderbilt if we're going to have a shot at making the playoffs. Our running game is, I mean, I have no complaints about the running game besides the offensive line could block a little bit better. That's the only complaint I have. But no, I 100% agree. And Christian, that's what he's saying. 100% agrees with you. And you said 21-10. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I'm going to say 21-10. Okay. That's honestly me being super conservative. I don't know the chances of us scoring 21 with the way our offense has been up and down, which, Vandy's defense isn't really like one of the strongest defensive units in the SEC. Obviously, their strength comes from their offense, but not their defense. So maybe we could have that breakout offensive stretch where we score 30+, but I've got to see it to believe it at this point. Alluding to playoffs, a lot's going to have to happen for the Kentucky Wildcats to make the playoffs this year. Yes, it's only going to 12 teams now, but still, it's a lot of teams that we're going to have to rely on, a lot of teams to lose some games. And Kentucky's going to have some breakout games where they're beating teams by 20, 30, even 40 points. A lot has yet to happen in order for us to get into that playoff spot. I mean, Music City Bowl, somewhere along those lines is very still likely. I mean, a winning season is very still likely, and I think it could happen. 7-5, 8-4 at this point is pushing it because you still got Tennessee and you still got some other top tier teams. The number one team in the nation will be playing us, and we got to travel halfway across the nation to do that. So it's still a stretch, but I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I like your way of thinking too.
Yeah, I think if you can go 3-0 against Vandy, Auburn, and Florida, and you got to go to Tennessee, I think if you beat Tennessee, I don't see any reason how you don't go undefeated the rest of the year.
So, sorry to interrupt you guys. I know you're on the phone with Jake.
Talking about in terms of Kentucky?
Do what now?
Breaking news. This happened a few hours ago, actually. NCAA D1 committee has officially shortened the transfer portal windows from 45 to 30 days for college basketball. College basketball opens after a second round of the NCAA tournament. So that's crazy. Somebody sent that in a group chat I'm in. So that's nuts. But Bush said Music City Bowl is for Louisville. Yeah, and that's actually accurate. I mean, Louisville's one of the most overrated teams. We saw that on Saturday. I'm expecting the Cats when that matchup hits. Kentucky's gonna blow them out once again because I don't think they're up to par as what everybody thought they were gonna be because they were highly ranked early on in the season. And Cody's still on the phone, still just chatting away over there. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff has transpired over the last few weeks involving all that. Like with all the college basketball stuff, I mean, we're starting to hit close to the season. It's getting ready to start here in the next few weeks. Very excited for that. And Cody's still on the phone. But we're excited here at Cats Cut.
Not a power team. They beat NC State. Obviously, they're on the downhill trend.
Yeah.
They beat Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's quarterback probably had the worst game of his life. So they really got Oklahoma on a lucky day. So, and of course, the loss to Arkansas, everybody's going to have that bad game.
Yeah.
So it's really a lot, like you said, we've got a lot of improving to do, and a lot has to happen before we can even consider, hey, we got a shot against the Volunteers.
100%.
And I hope they prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, but it's one of those you just got to see it.
Yeah, but we still got a few games before that.
Yeah.
We shouldn't worry about that game.
But I got one more question for you, Jake, before I let you go here. What's your favorite color, baby?
He's gonna answer that very seriously
My
too.
favorite color. I guess it depends on what time of year and who's playing on BBN, I guess, sports wise.
Oh wow.
What's this podcast about? Who is it about?
It's about the Kentucky Wildcats.
So what's your favorite color, baby?
Well, when the Kentucky Wildcats are on, I would say blue. But
And
what? Blue and what?
Well, obviously, white when they're blue.
that's right.
Yes.
They wear the ground.
Right. Well,
I think you cut out on me, Jake.
Football Freddy said, "I'm done with you."
Yeah, I'm in the pit zone.
Okay, well I'm gonna let you go here. Be careful, bub. We'll talk to you here in a little bit.
Okay, and before we get to our final segment on this podcast, so I got just a little fun game that me and Cody are gonna play.
Mm-hmm. I forgot we were doing this too. I just now looked at it.
What's a TV show you would want to be in, and what's one show you wouldn't want to be in?
I would want to be in the Mandalorian TV show. I'd love to be in it.
Okay.
And I would not want to be in the Purge series. I would not want to be in that series. I don't know if anybody's watched it, but I would not want to be in it. This one, there you go. That's just what come on top of my head. Like I wouldn't want to be in a TV show that, they're trying to kill me.
But you want to be in the Mandalorian?
Hey, but I mean, I can if I'm in,
and it's like constant democracy, and they're taking over planets, blowing planets up. Like,
okay, I'll change my answer on that.
No.
Okay, I want to be in the Mandalorian. I don't care. I don't care.
So the show I would want to be in is The Price is Right. I love that show.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Can I be in Wheel of Fortune?
No, you already have your Mandalorian, buddy. You can't change your answer, buddy.
Dude, I want to be in the one show. Oh, The Price is Right's the one where they get, do you want door number 3 or $15 million? I'll go with door number 3, George. I'll do door number 3, and it's like a bag of garbage. That's all you get.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's like a microwave.
Cody is a Naruto kid. I don't watch anime. I don't. The only reason I know Naruto is because I like Pokemon somewhat, but
nice.
I'm not a huge.
I'm
not huge into Pokemon. I just know the little characters that run around. That's the only reason.
Gotcha. But the show I wouldn't want to be in is Naked and Afraid.
I would be in that show.
No.
Imagine me.
It's in the name.
Don't imagine me in Naked and Afraid, but I would win. I wouldn't want to be out there. But yeah, I kind of agree.
But like The Price is Right. I grew up. I'd always go to my grandma and papa's house, and they'd have that on. So it was always like a, like I haven't watched it in forever, but I feel like it'd be a cool thing, like to go up there and spin that little wheel that they got there and do the little guess the price on stuff.
I think that would be fun.
Because everybody looks so happy to be there. And I would want to be that person.
Yeah, they're all like, everybody's like, welcome to The Price is Right.
Yeah, and
I'm so happy to be here.
And I think Drew Carey still does it, so that even makes it better.
Does he still do it?
I think Drew Carey does.
Really?
It's not Drew Barker, Drew Carey.
I didn't say Drew Barker.
No, I figured you were thinking of Drew Barker.
Drew Barker.
Drew Carey? I think Drew Carey still does Price is Right.
I'm looking it up. Who's the one guy that passed away? Was it the Wheel of Fortune guy? What was his name?
Or is he on Wheel of Fortune? Am I thinking of the right show? Which one's Drew Carey on? That's the one I meant.
Chuck Worley and Susan Stafford were the...
No, I'm thinking The Price is Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah.
Yeah, it's Drew Carey. Is he still... I wonder how old he is. Because he's been doing it for forever.
He's been doing it for
Who was the other guy that did it?
Drew
the
Barker.
Older guy. Oh, no, it's Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. Drew Barker.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the quarterback,
That's
bro.
what I was about to say. Like,
oh,
why would I be
gosh.
thinking of Drew Barker?
Bob Barker, dude.
Why would I think of
think of him.
quarterback?
I think of him and Happy Gilmore, bro, where he just like clocks Happy Gilmore in the face.
You know they're making another one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah. I
That's gonna
hope
be
it's
good.
I hope it's half as good as the
So you
original.
don't think you can make it through Naked and Afraid? You don't think you
No, I
could?
don't.
Oh, I tell
But,
you. Oh, here's
but
okay. Hold on. I want to say one show that I would want to be in. I don't think they do it no more. But Race Around the World, is that what it's called? It's
Amazing
something like
Grace.
Amazing Race. I
Yeah,
would love to
me
be
and
in
you
Amazing
about
Race.
me and
Yeah,
y'all about
yeah.
auditioned for it.
I think you and me would do great at
Oh
that.
gosh, should we? Yeah,
We'll
just
do
let
it.
us know if you think we
Yeah.
should audition for the
If I get the
Amazing
score
Race.
prediction right, we'll do the Cats Cut prank calls, and we'll put in for the Amazing
Yeah,
Race.
we'll record something. Go for it. But as we begin to wind this episode down and get to the most important part of this episode, talk about Bible verses. So I've got mine. It's Psalms 34:8. It's taste and see that the Lord is good, and the joys of those who take refuge in Him. So that verse, I like it because it's, I mean, it talks about if you put all your faith in Jesus, in the Lord, that you're gonna have joy. And like even like down times, I've noticed in life, like put when you put God first in those moments, and you turn to God in those moments, that's like it's like you get a different sense of like peace and joy. And like even like when you're at the highs of your life and you give God the glory there, and I mean it just makes it so much sweeter. And I believe there's sometimes God puts you through stuff, like even though like me and Cody, we really want this podcast to take off, but like I mean if it's God's will it'll take off. If it's not, it'll all phase out
Yep.
soon. So or sooner than later. I mean it'll phase out if it's not His will. But if it is and we take off, that's awesome. But I think God lets us go through a journey with it as well. And during this journey, like as me and Cody find out if this is something that's gonna do well or not,
Yep.
as long as we're putting the Lord first in that, I mean, I think He's gonna bless it one way or another. If that's just the connections we make from the people we've met through it, if it's the people that's heard us talk about Jesus through this podcast. And I don't know if we'll ever reach anybody on here, but at least
We're gonna try.
we're trying.
Yeah.
If somebody hears what we're saying and they're touched, um, and feel God, and or they feel like a conviction, or if something like that, or if they ever need prayer, like I mean, if any of you guys ever need prayer, you always can hit us up on the Cats Cut pages or
Yeah.
through our social media, or if you see us out in public. I mean, we'll pray with you there, or we'll be
100%.
praying for you when we pray at night and stuff, or during
Yeah.
the day when we get a second. But yeah, like when you have that faith and you put God first, you get like a different type of joy in life.
Yeah.
I believe.
I agree with that. And going back to I want to shout out the everybody that is in our little chat, the Football Freddies. Shout out to you all because you all are the best and most awesomest people. One of the best group chats I've ever been in, and we got a great group of people in there that are hardcore UK fans, all UK sports. Shout out to you all. You all are the best, and I know you all. If y'all ever need anything, if y'all are listening to this, recording, y'all always got me and Christian for anything, always. And got a good verse though, Christian. Dude, really liked your verse, man. And I've got 1 Corinthians 16:14. It's short. It says, let all that you do be done in love. We're supposed to love our enemies as we love ourselves, right? So sometimes, and I listened to this guy on TikTok. He was talking about teaching his daughter to love and not hate. Like this one girl, she was bullying her in school, and her daughter, it was everyday constant. And her daughter come home and was like, "Dad, why? What do I do? Like what's the what would I do?" And her dad's like, "Just show her love, kindness. It's all you can do. Don't do nothing to provoke or anything like that. Just do it in love." And as Christians, we're supposed to set the example of what Jesus was. Jesus was love. He died on the cross for our sins. because he loved us that much. That's how much God loves us. And there's so many blessings that you get through every day that you live. You wake up, that's a blessing. The food that you eat, that's a blessing. The friendships that you have, the family that you still have, those are blessings. There's so many blessings that we have in our daily life that we just don't understand that God gives us. And that's just one thing that makes a God awesome. God is just an amazing. He's just amazing. I mean, that's all I mean, there's so many other things you could say about him.
No
But,
doubt.
God gives you so many blessings, and, don't forget to thank the Lord for those blessings that you have because, again, we're not promised tomorrow. And me saying that is not to like scare anybody, but it's just the truth. Go every day, with love. That's just one important thing. Even though you may hate the other person that you have to go see. Maybe it's somebody you have to work with that you're not you're not fond of or you're not happy with all the time. But just show them love and kindness. That's all we can do. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's all I got. That's all I
That was
got.
that was a good verse, Cody. Good
Thanks.
explanation there.
Thank
Did
you,
good.
man. Thank you. We both
Um,
did. We did good too.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Go on there and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcast and
Please.
Spotify. If you guys don't care, it takes like 2 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
Go rate us 5 stars. DM us if you have any questions or want us to
Yeah.
answer any on the next live that we do.
If there's anything that you would want us to start doing sports wise, I was going to ask that. Would you like us to start doing some more baseball content? More, I know soccer's in play right now. Would you like to see some more soccer content? We're up to do all these things to give more information out to you guys to keep you guys, connected to all UK sports. So, just trying to grow the brands. What we're doing,
Yeah.
trying to grow.
Again, go follow us on Twitter or X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats! Oh.